As we have in the top right-hand side, the Red Protoss player in this semi-final number 2, it is going to be ShoWTimE, and they're starting this game up on Torches.
Torches. Yes. Torches is a... You know why this is an interesting map, Wardy? Because you look at this map and you think to yourself, this smells like a decent map for the Zerg player, right?
Yep. Short, aggressive.
But if you get blocked on the natural, I don't actually think it's very good for Zerg at all. Like, the third base is freaking far. Oh, SHIN. Oh, we're not even talking third bases here, man. We're talking natural. What is he doing? This is going to be a 15 hatch. Is he going to take it on his own side or on the other side? His own side. Oh. Thoughts?
Very fun. I feel like we've seen SHIN do this before. If not SHIN, someone else did this recently.
Rogue did it against Classic in the GSL final, I want to say it was. You know what he did? He took both gold bases. He took,
yeah.
Yeah, he took the right one, and then he also took the left one. And then he stayed on 42 workers and Roach Ravagered, I think. He lost the game, but the attempt was very cool. Oh, ShoWTimE scouted it, though. Like, ShoWTimE, he just checked the natural. I was like, oh, there's no natural. I wonder where it is. Oh, it's over here. So there's a couple of possible follow-ups out of this, right? We can go for a drone mining out the minerals and a full-on link flood. You can also go for like just a third base, a standard third base, and then you have a gold. I don't know what type of, what type of guy SHIN is. You know that you have like silver girlies and gold girlies.
Like girly?
Yeah, you heard that? Girly.
No.
It's like, the girls who look better with silver or gold.
Oh,
or
okay,
gold,
sure.
You know?
I've never heard of
It's
this, but sure. I get it.
Yeah, it's a thing. I've heard of this recently.
Right.
Because it matches better with your skin tone or something, or
Sure.
like your aura.
All that nonsense.
Yeah,
Yep. Cool.
Yeah.
Instagram fodder. I guess.
Yes, color theory, famously nonsense.
Yeah.
It's the same in StarCraft too, You see some people, they do this, and then they start mining out the opponent's patches as well. And there's other people that just expand off of this. You have the people that are greedy and then the aggressive clowns. There's also a difference there, also to do with aura and like what's it called when you have with the star signs? Is that astrology or astronomy? Astronomy. No. Is astronomy the fake one or astrology?
Oh, probably astrology.
I never know for sure. So whenever someone tells me they're an astrologist, I start making fun of them and then, hope that is the correct one to make fun of.
No, I think
astrology is fake.
Yeah.
Astrology.
Yeah, astrology is
Oh.
the connection between the stars and the human affairs.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
I love that. Well, I don't love it, but you know what I mean.
I was confused because I just went to a planetarium yesterday, 2 days ago. And they were talking about
That's
it all.
sick.
Yeah.
They were talking about the astrology or
Well,
astronomy?
because there's like a what's in the sky tonight sort of thing, and then they were like obviously like all the non-scientific people really like it when they're like, and this is the one that looks like a fish,
Yeah.
So it was a bit of
That's
both.
what they did. This don't look like a fish.
Well, they had all the signs and stuff. Like they didn't talk much about like how this star sign means you're going to be pissed off today or something, but like they talked about the zodiac signs and stuff.
That's sick. I love that. Love that for them.
Yeah.
What do you think is happening over here? Look at this creep spread. We saw an Oracle get 3 drone kills. The earlier 2 were out of the adepts. It is 40 drones to 30. Or sorry, 40 workers to 30. This is really bad usually for the Zerg. There is a gold which offsets it just a little bit. But the creep spread, it looks suspicious, doesn't it?
I mean, the fact that the creep is kind of working towards and away from the base, it's like, I feel like we never see this off the gold. Like, whose creep spreads off the gold base? Usually the gold doesn't last this long without you be just attacking.
My feeling is that he's going to do some weird attack. He's going to mine out these mineral patches. Or he's going to try to mine out these mineral patches and then get blasted by 3 stalkers standing behind it. But this is just my general feeling. The natural, or I guess this is the third base on the natural location. I'm just going to call it the natural. That's going to be in the natural location. The gold base is the one that's at the gold. The natural is actually going to be under some heavy pressure. We don't have so many links in position quite yet. 4 adepts are going to show up. No oracles nearby to help them out. -1 drone, -2 drones, -3 drones. Ooh, the adepts actually finish their shade. And we get some shots on drones. 7 drones going down, 8 drones going down. Make it 9. Do we have 9? Yes, we have 9. Great little harassment here coming out of ShoWTimE. Meanwhile, no Roach Warren behind this. So maybe Ling Hydra? It has to be... No, it's not an all-in. He's going to take a hatchery. He just likes spreading creep.
He just likes spreading creep. Why? My drone kill count is not showing up. Is yours?
14 total.
Yeah, but like on the side of the screen, was it showing up?
Oh yeah, it was showing up big time, man.
Yeah, that's why I'm so confused.
I actually had 2. Maybe I took yours.
You had 2? Unbelievable. Well, we all know who the real streamer is now.
It's the people that have more trouble with counting, they get more help. So
fair
one
enough.
guy did university, the other one barely finished high school. We'll give him 2. Yeah, all right, guys, calm down. There's some creep being spread out still. What is this? This is an Evo chamber now coming in. Hydra's being built of 64 drones. I freaking hate it when they expand this weirdly because it becomes difficult to, you know, call bases the correct thing.
You just need to get over it. You just call the natural, the third, and the gold's the gold.
The gold's the gold. Yeah, I think the gold, calling the gold is going to do a lot of heavy lifting for us here.
Yeah, because it does just get confusing otherwise. And, I mean, we're at the point in StarCraft 2, everyone knows what you mean when you say the natural, right?
Exactly.
Every now and then, again, someone in the chat tries to be really clever, but they usually just get laughed at.
Yeah, and then permaban. And then we find their address and dox them. So don't be that guy.
Yeah, don't be that guy. I've got a mod team that don't do anything in Twitch chat, but they're ready to dox you at a moment's notice.
Don't moderate the Twitch chat. They're more doxers, really. That's where the real passion lies. Ruining people's lives. Yeah. Oh, he's gonna drop. Look at this. This is... I still feel very weird about all of this. I don't quite understand what is going on, but I'm a big fan. ShoWTimE already has like 6 stalkers in the main base, so he knows that this is a possibility.
Another thing that's super crazy, SHIN is fairly well known for dropping. I mean, don't get me wrong, this game is kind of weird, but I think I can appreciate the idea that he's kind of roughly got the idea of it. Just lose the Oracle, unfortunately.
Yeah, that was a fun interaction. He was trying to take it out with drones, right? The mineral patches there.
Yeah.
I feel like 1 is missing, 1 patch. 2 maybe even. Yeah, two are missing. So yeah, there's definitely the beginnings of a gap here. He's kind of got such a big drop going. This is so many units. This feels crazy.
It feels crazy. I think it would work if ShoWTimE had nothing in the main.
Yeah. Do you think he's gonna morph Banelings in his opponent's main base, or what is like the ultimate scenario? You think maybe a Baneling run by somewhere else? Okay, he's gonna Baneling run by into the 3rd base, and then a massive drop into the main. Look at all these stalkers being pulled away.
No, ShoWTimE. He was right on top of this as well. Like he really knew it, but well, he didn't know about it, right? But like he felt like he knew about it. Starts warping in now. The stalkers will start to return, but we do begin to unload. I mean, we already had some warpings come in. The Stasis does catch a few of the Hydras and Lings, but this is a ton of units. He is catching the units at the front quite nicely. Stasis caught a bunch of Banelings as well, but he is defending the main base. Gets a good storm down to weaken up the Hydras, but there's just Hydras everywhere in the main right now.
Yeah, 10 workers already going down over here. 196 supply against 128. Let's not forget about these Banelings. We have a single Stalker warped in. Lots of gateways on power. Templar Archives in some trouble perhaps as well. Baneling's now going to run in forward. Can we get the kills? He's going to get a lot of them actually, as this is going to get pushed back. But I do believe that SHIN has dealt enough damage at this point. 73 workers to 46. ShoWTimE in a world of trouble.
A world of trouble. No, he really is. He's just lost so much here. The unit comp from ShoWTimE good. The unit count good, but just the preparation of having to be everywhere to deal with this really not good. Like, in that regard, he was really out of position and has really been caught off guard a little bit. So, looks as though he's going to be in some trouble as we have a few more hydrogen dropping back into the main and just keep this up. And obviously, eventually, you'd imagine that ShoWTimE just succumbs to a bigger push at the front if he's so spread out.
Yeah, Hydra's now moving in forward. Still lots of banelings in the back as well. And this is so hard to engage into as ShoWTimE because you just get small bane splits like these, just trying to kind of fire onto those high Templar. There are a couple of Templar in this Prism as well, but the Prism goes down. And that is going to be game number 1 in favor of SHIN. Between SHIN and ShoWTimE on Tokamak. As ShoWTimE sends out, look at that first worker go, man.
Go.
This guy's on a mission.
A mission to block a hatchery.
Yeah, a mission to block a hatchery. And if it doesn't work, he's gonna dox the drone. That's what I've heard. Yeah.
That's how ShoWTimE does it.
That is how ShoWTimE does it indeed. He just doxes people like that. Poof. Oh, SHIN. 15 hatch. Is that gonna be in time? Is it gonna be? Oh, it's not. How unfortunate. It's gonna get a 16 hatch, a 17 hatch straight away onto the line base instead. Ay, 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 ay. He really wanted it. He wanted it so bad. You could see it, but instead he's gonna get that 17 hatch. ShoWTimE's gonna be real happy. It's gonna be going for, what do you call it with the 6 corners?
Hexagon?
Hexagon, there you go. He's making a nice little, neat little hexagon.
6
you know,
sides, not 6 corners.
Oh, sorry. 6 sides, that's what I meant. What is it called with 7? Septagon?
Yep.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, sick.
Was it? It's not a heptagon, is it? 7's weird.
Heptagon?
It's
What
a
is 8?
heptagon.
Octagon.
Yeah, it's a heptagon.
You can do 8 in StarCraft 2 with a patrol move. You can,
heptagon or septagon. You can use both.
Oh, both works?
Apparently.
Ah, that's crazy. This, I bet, is one of these things where if you say the one that is less used, people will call you out.
Yeah, people will call
like,
you
oh,
out.
It's actually the other.
It's
and they say, well, actually...
It's actually the heptagon. I thought you had a degree. Huh?
Yeah. You know, you can only make a heptagon in StarCraft 2 maximum because you can't add an extra patrol point.
No way.
Yeah, it's really it looks really ugly. Because I'll be starting a beautiful little octagon, and then I'm like, oh no, you can't. So like the last side looks absolutely terrible.
Uh-huh. That's wild.
Yeah. It is what it is.
How about you don't patrol? You just shift click.
Yeah, but then it doesn't... You know, with patrol, if you properly connect it, it connects. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it makes a loop.
Yeah, it makes like a neat loop, you know? But you can't do that with a shift click. Like, it's never a complete loop.
Yeah,
So
well, you just shift click enough times.
Yeah, but it doesn't spark joy. Like
It doesn't spark joy the same way.
No, it does
It's
not.
not as satisfying.
It is absolutely not as satisfying because they really connect when you patrol move. So it feels very different. All right, what do we have got going on over here? We have the first adept across the map already. Second adept is about to show up. Oh, that link survived. What the hell? How did that link survive? Actual eel.
Crazy.
Double adept. Still wanting to go into the main base here is a play and a half as well, isn't it? Oh, no way.
Oh,
Look at what SHIN has in the main. He has 2 queens there.
yeah. Handlings. So he loses
Yeah,
no drones, and he kills adept.
What a brilliant little mind game. You know, everyone and their mom for years now always builds the queen on the 3rd base. Oh, that one is vulnerable. But the Protoss player, I guess you can scout it. You can see where the queen is popping because you can see it build, right? But we don't do it because we don't have to usually. That was such a cute little move out of SHIN. I love that for him. He's now sending the links across the map. He's gonna lose a couple to that Oracle, but Oracle needs to stay at home. Follow-up is going to be a Phoenix. There are 2 Overlords aggressively positioned. So these 2 could potentially die, but a Phoenix is really slow at killing stuff. So it's not always a guarantee that you're gonna get both. Also, ShoWTimE might not know about the right side one.
Yeah. If you don't go over there, you will not in fact get the kill. That's how it works.
Yeah.
See if he checks. As currently just drones coming up, more oracles on the way out. Our first few minutes. So you're going to be just defined by what we see next, and we will also have Twilight Council from ShoWTimE. He's got Probe right there to build the forge next to it, I think. So readying up to play very standard stuff as the next step.
Fast Evo chamber as well here. So that is interesting to me. It's actually very interesting to me. We have the stasis ward, another stasis ward, and one more after that, don't we? Dude, yes, this is Stasis City right now. He's gonna indeed get the third one as well. Adept's finish there. Shade Stasis is gonna connect with just 2 drones. A couple of workers are gonna fall. Once again, like these early aggressive moves, they feel kind of nice. You know what the issue is with them? Is that you basically give up later aggression for fast aggression. And then if you don't kill a lot of workers, right now SHIN can do pretty much whatever he wants. I think going up to 76 workers at this point is a completely fair thing to do.
It's wild how that group of units going down gives you that much freedom, no?
Yeah. Yeah, but it signals a lot of things. It signals slower gateways, right? And also that the first warpins aren't going to be actually useful units anymore. Like it can be stalkers or it can be anything. Like there might be some like very late glaive builds that you still need to be somewhat careful of, but I actually think you can go to a very high worker count on the back of this. And it looks like SHIN is agreeing with me because he's building a crap ton of workers right now. His fort base is on the way. His lair is about 20% done as well. And I think we're going to be heading into... I wonder if it's going to be a Hydra Link Bane type of game. SHIN has played that before. I mean, he kind of played it in the previous game, although it felt more like a Hydra drop move rather than anything else.
Well, those lings are going to bounce away from the right side and head back up through the middle of the map and keep on trying to see what else is going on. Storm just starts up from ShoWTimE. He's going to play very straight down the middle at the moment as the Stalkers. That just took up a little bit. Blink is done in a moment. You have a battery here to help a little, but yeah, a little bit annoying. Again, with quick finishing to protect the Stalkers and the Zelt Warpins help a lot too.
Yeah. Now we're really going to see what SHIN is up to. It's going to be a fast Spire out of him. Instant 8 gas is what I'm expecting. 5th hatchery as well. He actually stayed fairly low on drones, if I'm being honest. Like, he saw the Templar just now, so now he knows for certain what it's going to be. He's going to go Hydra then, plus Spire. And I think he wants the Hydra then to be spotted. No, he already got the Spire spotted. Was the Hydra then a response to being scouted?
Not sure.
I think it was. And we get an infestation pit. So it's fake Muta right now.
It's very annoying if you prep for mutas and then they never come. Obviously, the Hydra build could like hit it like a brick, so Oracle's activating here to help defend against those lings. Storm coming up. ShoWTimE is not over prepping against mutas, but he will start at cannons, the mineral line, right, and just prep for the eventuality of those mutas possibly flying in. I would say it's like a reasonable amount of preparation. It's not like he's throwing down like Stargate Phoenix production or anything, right? So it's not going to fight too hard.
He already has one Phoenix, and I think all he really needs to do is kind of get a read as to what is kicking off. He didn't see the infestation pit or the Hydra then, by the way. Is he adding more batteries anywhere? He's getting another cannon over at the 3rd. He's getting more cannons at the 4th, but nothing is really out of proportion in my mind. He's going to go for a push to try and force something. I like that. It's like an aggressive approach to dealing with Mutalisk.
Gives you a chance to be on the map. And a look, and then coming up behind this from SHIN, so we see where he wants to go eventually. This is kind of a rough time now, right? If I just sworn not going to have upgrades, like right now it's really just Ling Hydra. ShoWTimE, he has that Storms to maybe help with it, but attacking into a base on creep is scary. He's going to back it up for now. Lurk is on the way out. And changes the pacing of this game now, no?
Yeah, it's just a weird game all around, to be honest. I feel like ShoWTimE probably would have wanted faster Fleet Beacon plus 2nd Stargate. Because right now he has like not a whole lot to deal with lurkers. And majority of the good fights will need to come from taking actual good fights rather than having good units. So We're talking like flanks, making sure that they don't run into position immediately, see if you can get some zoning storms out ahead of time. Like, all of these things are becoming really important. This Zealot attack is freaking brilliant. I love this for ShoWTimE. Without this, I think SHIN probably has a lot of, you know, a lot of space to kind of start moving across the map. Right now, that space isn't really there. This Lurker then under some heavy fire as well. If this can be right-clicked down before Spice McSpines finishes up, that would be huge. Zealots are trying their absolute best, but SHIN is coming in clean, and the Lurker then will survive with about 170 HP.
Yep, that's good enough. So we're going to build some Evo chambers right there as well. Get those rolling. Only has the one Evo chamber on the map so far, but builds a couple more. And we do have ourselves Stargate and Fleet Beacon. Of course, later game is being established here. ShoWTimE recognizes the need to go into a response to that, so begins to prep, gets that on the way. And still just gathering Zealot Stalker Archon on the top side of the map for a few more moments as well right now. A lot of Zealots joining up at the moment.
Yeah, this is still a very odd game. It feels like SHIN is rushing into a late game with what was a pretty poor mid-game eco. Like, he did not really have a strong economy whatsoever. He's going to see this ShoWTimE run by, or I guess he didn't really see it, or he would have moved the links a bit faster. He's going to end up losing 10-15 links there, pretty much for free, as their bodies being disposed of by the... Who do you think does that? Who does the cleaning there?
Cleaning?
Yeah. The cleaning of the bodies. They disappear very quickly. Is it just the rotting and like
I think it's the cleaning bots. They're just not always recognized on the map as a critter. They're always there. You know?
I like it.
They're just very small, and every now and then one becomes big enough to be a critter.
I like it. That's a lore accurate explanation of what happens. We're gonna get a Nidus network out here. 5th base on the way. Tempest, Mothership. I mean, to me, this feels like we should be heading into a proper late game. I think ShoWTimE is significantly better in these scenarios.
Yeah, I mean, to me, SHIN is an aggressive player, right? Like, SHIN is the mid game. He has the pushes. He's the timings. The later it goes, it's ShoWTimE's realm. You know, this is where he likes to be at. 100%. I'm with you. It's I don't think it's not that SHIN can't win in this stage. It's just it definitely feels like this is where ShoWTimE would like to be at. And probably where ShoWTimE feels like his highest chance of winning is going to be at as well in general.
Yeah. I'm with you. You have, what is this? 6 Templar out. Decent ground army. Cannons pretty much everywhere where we need them. Some extra in the natural right now. Some extra in the main. We have some Zealots in the main as well. Like, you're just not really going to be fighting into a Tempest force without high Corruptor count. Instead, we're seeing Vipers as well as Neural Parasite being researched right now. Nidus coming in on the far left side is not being spotted by that Prism. That means that the 5th base could be in some trouble.
Is actually going to get out of there, so ShoWTimE sees it coming. We'll see if he can defend it. He's actually going to bring the units back up from the left side, so should be fine. Maybe lose a bit of stack defense, but I think he's going to be able to clean this up. And the Lurk is actually in trouble. We try and dive on the Nidus, but we do not manage to get many of the units.
New Nidus Worm behind the 5th. Double Zealot Warp window is going to take care of that. ShoWTimE doing a very good job of taking care of basically whatever is being thrown at him here. And now he's going to be fully moving across the map. Where's that Mothership? I know it's somewhere else moving across as well. We have a Zealot run by towards the right side. I mean, Tectonic Destabilizers is around, which means that spores are going to fall rapidly. Another Nidus Worm comes in. Once again in vision of a pylon, though. I feel like there were some spots perhaps where ShoWTimE didn't have vision nearby. But SHIN is not going to use those. Meanwhile, Viper's coming in. That's -3, -4 Tempest. Whoa.
Yeah, that's a big deal as we will see the Corruptors continue to dive in. So at least in the end, all 4 Tempers didn't go down for free, but it was only a couple of Corruptors we got back in revenge. But it is definitely a big hit to ShoWTimE's kind of higher tech units. And that's definitely the kind of thing that SHIN wants to see here, right? Value found in moments like that is going to be huge for him. Zealot's cleaning up one more Nidus network. The Archons, High Templars and company joining up beneath that mothership as the Zealots patrol around and look to see what's up.
Yeah. Another Nidus Worm going up in the main base, but it's in range of 8 cannons. The 2 Changelings should have been capable of figuring that one out. You have more Changelings being sent out across the map, but I think ShoWTimE realized and is going to clear them before they can get anything really done. There is a dead space in between that natural third and the fourth, where a Nidus could actually put in some serious work. SHIN has put one very close by, but not quite in that spot yet. We have 12 gas right now versus 10 gas. Generally considered fine for Protoss, especially if Protoss has as much gas as he has right now. We also have a dead space, by the way, in the main base, or a dead space, a non-scouted space here.
Yep. Yeah, 4 more cannons coming online. The Nexus halfway up, plus 2 air weapons is coming in on the Cyber Core. And we got that Nidus coming up right there. So we talked about some of these dead spaces. That's going to be one of them. No, is we just have no vision of it. The Tempest spot spawns out and sees it. So what a catch that is. Wow.
Yeah, very fortunate there for ShoWTimE as he pumps into this right side area with the lurkers already set up. Corruptor's not nearby, as the Nidus worm is gonna get cleared here by that reinforcing Tempest. Hydras are gonna snipe not 1, not 2, but I think 3 Templar over there. That's kind of a big deal. Almost feels like that with the Corruptors, you can just kind of fly on there right now and go for it. How many Tempest ended up dying there? Was it more? 1 more, I think, right?
Yeah, I think just the 1 extra one. Now SHIN adds Infestus on, by the way, as well, so he's really kind of continuing to step towards later and later game. Spellcasters coming up are going to be huge for kind of fighting this Protoss army somewhat efficiently as you head into the super late stages, so Infestor count growing, more Tempest coming out. There's Nidus over here, starting to get to the point where maybe ShoWTimE is not keeping up as well. He has 1 Zealot showing up, but units will be able to spawn out, and now it's a bigger problem to deal with, and ShoWTimE was poised on the right side. He has to recall over here to play defense. There's also a Nidus in the main base, so this just keeps on happening. SHIN is starting to test ShoWTimE a little bit with these consistent attacks.
Absolutely. How many Nidus worms do you think have died so far already?
9.
It's 11.
11.
Not a bad gas though. But yeah, Prism's gonna get taken out here. We're still 12 gas versus, well, what's gonna be, what is that? 11, I guess? 11 is gas for the Protoss player, 75 worker to 75. Both have a decent army. If I were to look at these 2 armies, I think I prefer having ShoWTimE's army here. 7 Tempest, 5 Immortals, 5 Archons, Templar in the mix. What's the Corruptor upgrades here? We're at +2 attack, +3 is on the way. It's actually double Spire pumping. It's nice upgrades. I'll give him that. We have some potential lurker harass. Nidus worm is going to go down over on that left side. These Corruptors are looking for something, but they're not quite going to find it. As the lurker attack onto this base. It's a lot of lurkers here moving forward, all in a line as well. So that means only 5 of them will actually be attacking. And after killing 4 probes, they're going to be moving back into that Nidus worm. -1. We have a new Nidus on the far right as well. So it seems to me like SHIN is very keen on doing some ping-ponging over here between these 2 Niduses, seeing if he can get anything done. This right side army is very, very weak. There's just a single Archon, no Templar. If the Corruptors come to join up with the Lurker Force, you're going to kill a lot of Tempest here, because it's 13 Corruptors against just these Tempest. It's going to be a great fight for the Corruptors.
Yep, this is very scary. You just don't have support. I mean, a couple High Templars showing up now, but gotta be careful with these kinds of moves. Changelings spotting what's over here as well, so SHIN has information as to what is where, and that gives them the chance to make moves onto those kind of groups of units. And Broodlords are going to start morphing in as well. What are your thoughts on getting some Broods going right now? Is this the time to bring them in?
It is kind of the natural way of doing it, right? In the late game, you have to eventually add some Broods so you can kill the ground forces. Just lurkers by themselves are not going to be good enough anymore. Tends to slow down the game and also makes Tempest control very important against these brutes, against the air units in general. Things like vision with oracles is going to be a big deal too. These lurkers are kind of caught off guard. We'll need to leave. This Nidus worm is going to get cleared. Once again, ShoWTimE. He's just continuing shutting everything down. That is pretty much his goal. ShoWTimE is not here for a fun and attractive game. He's here to win. And he's doing that in, honestly, world's most boring manner. He's just kind of sitting back, shooting stuff. He's going to clear this base. That is his first real aggressive move that we've seen out of him in this entire game, I think. Like, we saw an early game move out at some point, but after that, he's just been controlling the pace of the game pretty much.
Yeah, he really has. He's not really letting much go down. He's just going to let this play later and later, and still probably confident in how the later game army looks for him. I mean, that's a lot of Broodlords, but like, if there's ever an army to fight against Broodlords, 7 Templars, a bunch of High Templars available, Mothership for support. You know, we really have what we kind of need against Broodlords, so feels kind of fine right now. Is there anything you'd like to see ShoWTimE get rid of and replace with anything else?
the Phoenix, maybe.
Yeah.
And I guess, but really nothing else. Like his army is pretty freaking perfect. Like this is what you want to have in the late game. His cannon lines are looking healthy as well. You know, he's out expanding his opponent. He's like double, triple, quadruple expanding. He just wants all the bases. And right now he's taking one of his opponent's bases as well, because he's taken both what we could consider kind of the neutral bases on this map. If Shin doesn't do anything about this, Shin is going to be in a world of trouble.
Yeah, that's definitely step one for Shin. He's got to stop these bases coming up because it's already a difficult scenario. It's even more difficult if ShoWTimE is mining bases that you're meant to at least have one of. And resources lost is not good for Shin. It's not like he's trading well enough to let ShoWTimE mine more either. So, yeah, he really needs to start doing something now. And the Broodlords are going to show up, so he's making a big attempt on the right-hand side. ShoWTimE's going to counterattack on the left at the same time, and obviously that is where the other base is coming up. So he's going to secure one location while he maybe lets the right side just go down. Because obviously Shin's biggest weakness with their army right now is it's not fast moving. It's going to take a huge amount of time for Broodlords to rotate from right to left-hand side. If anything right now is Shin, you kind of want to push up with the Broodlords further, but that's super risky off of creep as well, so it feels like you have no good move. It's a base for a base, but it's a base you actually want to mine from versus a base where ShoWTimE's like, whatever, I've got the alternate base on the other side. He's just going to keep throwing this down. It's kind of a mineral dump, which forces Shin to fight and keeps him over pinned to the right-hand side.
Yeah. Shin is in a world of trouble. The one thing that Shin has got going for himself is that he has a bigger mineral bank, but that's mainly because there's so many minerals invested into cannons. 45 cannons right now out on the map. 45.
That's a lot. It's like 7,000 minerals of cannons right there, so that's a lot of investment. We've got 10 new ones on the way up, 6 additional batteries as well. ShoWTimE is spending those minerals, but he knows he's got the bases to replenish minerals for days right now, so... And honestly, better to spend your minerals now. How often do you see it in the late game where there's no gas left, you've just got minerals? Right. So why not use the minerals now in ways that are going to help you to secure bases and secure more gas for the future as well, to keep making this best possible army and keeping that in, topped up to health.
58 cannons, is that what we're going to? 59 cannons is what we're moving towards. Ooh, this army's gonna get caught. We're gonna get a recall. I assume that is a mothership recall. Yeah, it's a mothership recall, and that means we're gonna have a push towards the right side here immediately, or at least we somewhat should. Army once again splits off towards the left, the Archon Immortal Force. This is a serious army here as well. We're gonna be pushing in. We need some vision. Stasis wards are nice, but vision on the Corruptors, vision on the Vipers, vision on the Infestors is going to be huge as well. Can we get some neural parasites? We know they're here. So far, no neural parasites, as the Broodlords now popping forward. One Brood's gonna get taken out. Second Brood is gonna get sniped as well. Good zoning storms. Can we have some feedbacks as well over here? Stasis ward helping out. And here come our next set of revelations. At the same time, we have this army on the far left and a 5 lurkers on the far left as well to try and defend that attack. Shin attacking into this is a wild move. I'm not sure if he's allowed to do this.
I don't think he is, right? Like, the cannons and Archons are going to clean up the Broodlings. The Tempers are just going to shoot through the tech units from afar. I mean, that's another Brood going down. This was super expensive from Shin. He lost a lot of Broods attacking in. He had a lot of Infestors feedback. A couple went down. Like, this was genuinely just expensive in general. Okay, ShoWTimE can't break through or do much on the left-hand side right now, but he also just doesn't need to, right? He's now holding both of these, bases that, as you say, were kind of in the neutral zone. If he has both of these and he mines anything off of them, every little bit he mines from these is going to make Shin's life tougher. Now, Shin's going to make a bigger dive on the left side, and maybe this is just what he needs to actually jump through some of the stack defense and to force something here. ShoWTimE, I don't think he's got enough in position already just to kind of jump on this, so he might have the left side taken out, but he still owns the right side. He's going to get caught pushing forward a little bit here. Massive fungals coming down, feedback's coming down as well. The High Templar left in the front. We are not going to have much on top of these Corruptors. The Parasite Bomb plus the fungals were huge. Shin has lost a ton of stuff. ShoWTimE will lose a lot himself. The Broodlords are still alive. We're going to start warping in Stalkers as a response to these. I think enough survived from ShoWTimE here for him to be A-okay about it, as Shin has not even got the Overlords to fully max back out, and that's going to be a problem because he needs support right now for these Broods because Stalkers and Archons are coming to chase him down.
Yeah, having like 3-4 lurkers here with this army would have been huge so that these Stalkers are less viable. Stalkers right now actually didn't even kill that much either, so honestly Shin, with probably a fight as good as you're gonna get it, the question is it good enough? I am not certain about it. I am not 100% sure because we still have the extra bases for ShoWTimE. That is just the real issue. Shin Shin needs to deal with that reality. He needs to clear either the left or the right side, and I don't see a viable path to clearing the left, and thus clearing the right side is the only thing that remains over here. Observers flying into spores on the left side, but there's not even any lurkers over there to defend, so I don't even think it's going to matter. Temp is now helping out against the Broodlords on the far right side over here, as the gas is being mined already by ShoWTimE. His ground force is planning on moving forward once more.
Yeah, we
do
have
a lurker.
Well, we have a lot of stuff there, right? So there should be enough to kind of stop ShoWTimE from pressing through, and it does seem to be the case. As maybe ShoWTimE just trades with those few Hydras, though. I mean, maybe he can get a good enough trade there. The lurker making it difficult. There's a little bit back and forth there. ShoWTimE does lose the base on the right-hand side. Obviously, so a lot of the lurkers came over to the right to ensure that those stalkers could not continue to be as much of a factor. I'd say that's the biggest win maybe for Shin overall, is that ShoWTimE now has some supply in stalkers, which, you know, ideally over the next minute or two, if ShoWTimE wants to build his army back to what it was, you trade those stalkers back out for more useful units again. So, yeah, but he is still going to get back in position here, deny a couple of workers on this mineral line, and obviously he already knocked the rocks down. That's something which Shin has not been able to do. So ShoWTimE's base, it's just even more minerals he has access to that Shin doesn't.
Yeah. And I mean, Shin is not going to be mining these minerals out anytime soon either, right? Like, the Tempest Ranger is a little bit too powerful. They're standing behind there. ShoWTimE has full control of the map right now, and Shin has no control on the map. Shin has taken some decent fights, but no great fights. And that means that the next fight needs to be perfect, because he only has one army. He has 2.5k gas in the bank. His army currently is worth 7.1k gas. Sorry, 7.7 gas after those Broodlords finish up. I mean, this is just not looking good for Shin. It is not looking good for Shin. He's going to need the fight of a lifetime here. And then, actually, just the fight of a lifetime, because ShoWTimE doesn't have enough money to rebuild. ShoWTimE actually has no minerals. Do you think he built too many cannons?
I think the amount of cannons he built is fine, but obviously it's been a pretty chaotic few minutes now, right, where he's had to rebuild a lot. And so his mineral count's being kept low. He's not being able to really build back up. The body blocking on the stalkers. The units trying to get away, and he says no. Not in the slightest. So now we're going to trade left versus right side again. I mean, we shouldn't really care too much of ShoWTimE here. He is going to lose his mothership, which is maybe one of the bigger losses. But I mean, he's going to get rid of multiple bases on the left, because he should be able to push through for a little while right now. It's going to take a long time for Shin's army to come back. And he lost a lot of his more mobile units already. ShoWTimE is not going to push further in. Obviously, does lose one of his recall options with the mothership going down. He's just going to leak a few zealots into the natural, let them maybe cause some trouble, and then reposition himself. Again, at the end of the day, he's lost one base. He doesn't necessarily even need to mine from to win this game.
Yeah. I mean, the mineral count right now is pretty much even. The gas count is heavily in favor of ShoWTimE. We have how many lurkers? 10 lurkers on the way. One extra lurker at home, so there's going to be 11 lurkers total. We have 13 brutes, 21 corruptors. Big army for Shin, okay? 168 army supply. So he has a huge force. Can he do something with it?
We'll be finding out as... Yeah, the army supply is massive, right? That's the one thing that definitely is in Shin's favor. ShoWTimE has some free supply he can still kind of work with. Working his way to that right side, just warps in a massive zealots on the left. That is a lot of his minerals going away, though, and not really spending his gas along with it. And the zealots are not going to protect you against these lurkers, so that looks like an opportunity. We're just going to recall down there. Again, that maybe gives up the right-hand side. It does protect the left, so you're keeping at least one of these bases up. As the Broodlords will work their way through some of those cannons. And again, at this point, unlikely we ever get to rebuild those, because ShoWTimE's mineral bank is maybe one of the problems in this game for him. It's getting back up there now.
Yeah, so far 30 cannons have died. There are 49 cannons still out on the map. This is a huge push forward out of Shin, who I think is starting to realize slowly but surely that he needs to just fight. Like, he cannot continue this. He has not mined out the left side. He has not mined out the right side base either. His middle base, or like his forward goal, he hasn't been mining from. Like, he's way down in cash, and he's going to need a couple of good fights and then see a way to push through. So these lurkers are sieging up. We're going to clear a lot here. ShoWTimE with some sloppy control. It's going to lose this side army big time. The Tempest are chasing the Corruptor Viper.
He just wasn't watching it. He had storms that he at the very least could have dropped off as, oh my god. do you oftentimes see a full High Templar warp in?
No. I cannot remember the last time I saw it. There was, what, 10 Archons at once? So 12...
no, it was...
Oh, sorry, 20 Templar.
Yeah, it was 20 Templar, yeah.
Jesus.
20 Templar all at once, and it hasn't even dented his bank account when it comes to the gas. And now he actually will chase these lurkers away. Time Warp to make their retreat a little bit worse, and if they stop the burrow, I don't think they're going to have a good time either. So ShoWTimE getting some value, and suddenly you look at Shin's bank account, the gas is gone. He's going to try and take that right side base. Boy, does he need just extra places to mine gas from right now. He has basically nothing coming in gas-wise. 150, 180 gas a minute. It's just not a lot, and that's going to be his biggest issue. From here on out, he's basically building Zerglings and the odd tech unit that does not keep you in the game against ShoWTimE and his army.
Absolutely does not, Wardy. It absolutely does not keep you in the game against ShoWTimE. He's gonna try once more. There are a lot of Archons here right now that could just be sitting ducks. Good fungal number 1, good fungal number 2, good fungal number 3. Can we get it? I think we're gonna need like 4 more over. Holy crap, these units aren't dying with the batteries nearby. I don't even think a single Archon has gone down yet. Now we're seeing a Templar fall. ShoWTimE coming in with the Tempest flank. Is he going to be capable of doing this? There are 20 Corruptors. We have 7 Lurkers and 13 Broodlords. ShoWTimE's going to attack into this. I think he can poke at this from a distance as well, but ShoWTimE believes in his army, in the ability to just move all over his opponent right here, right now. A couple of big storms coming in, Parasitic Bomb, Fungals on top of the Tempest as well. The Broodlord's still dealing a lot of damage, but we get a Blinking Forward out of the Stalkers. As the Lurkers have disappeared, it does seem to me that these Stalkers are going to be decent enough at some point. What is our brood count right now? We're at 9 versus 12 Stalkers. That should be okay for the Stalkers to blink in forward. Yeah, they're going to go for it. There's nothing to support, right? There's no Infestors, no Fungals. They are playing the corner very well. Stalkers kind of need a blink again. They need to get a couple more here at least and really nip away at those numbers. Ling's coming up, but Ling's are not going to do much with an Archon or 2 mixed in. And more Stalkers reinforced, and I think we should just be fine here. ShoWTimE's still down on army supply, but remember now, so much of Shin's army supply is dead weight Corruptors. 14 Corruptors that do absolutely nothing in this scenario. And ShoWTimE's just going to go working his way on some bases. The only threatening army is on that left-hand side, so he just has free reign of the rest of the map. He can go and deny all remaining mining from Shin, and he knows it. There are a lot of Links out on the map still. The Links are actually going to go for a surround. They, of course, have very solid upgrades, but this Archon is staying alive for now. Is this going to be good enough out of Shin? The answer is going to be yes. Archon goes down. Lots of Zealots here are going to fall as well. ShoWTimE still has the ability to build a bunch of Archons, but he needs to be careful with the Stalker specifically, because that's going to be his main key to dealing with these Broodlords eventually. It feels like he should still have this, right? Like, as you can see, he can build a bunch of Archons. He's got a lot of gas. He's the one that's still really mining here. This base is the only real contending base to mine from Shin. And ShoWTimE's stepping towards it, but he's got to be careful because the Broodlords are right there as well. Storm's coming down as we had a couple of High Templar available. The Archon's very slow to arrive. The Stalkers do not get towards the Broodlords at all right now, but the Lings will go down. ShoWTimE just doesn't have much money to warp in with, so it might just have to be an Archon chase after the Broodlords. That's not ideal. They're very slow moving. We're going to get underneath the Corruptors for a moment instead. And now we just slowly rebuild our Stalker count, and I honestly think these Archons should focus on running away, because I feel like we kind of need them to protect a few Stalkers we're going to start getting. We go blinking underneath with just a couple here. We get rid of one more Brood. I mean, every Brood you get rid of is not going to come back in this game. 3 Broodlords remaining, 3 Stalkers that can still chase as well. The Archons still doing their job, and I think we have got enough to chase this down. It was not pretty, it was not easy. Only 2 Broodlords left in the sky, but another 8 High Templar warping in as ShoWTimE continues to dig through that massive gas bank of his. Yeah, if there was just even a single Lurker in this battle, that would have been an absolute game changer, right? Like a single Lurker with the amount of Corruptors that you have, an Overseer for sniping Observers, the Broodlords, it would have helped so much. It wasn't there. I'm not saying he would have won, but if you have this right side base mining, then all of a sudden you're probably out mining what ShoWTimE is doing, no? Because ShoWTimE isn't mining from the left. ShoWTimE's currently mining from just a base and a half, really. He's actually undersaturating one of the bases by a little bit. He could have way more workers there if you just, properly send some workers over from the outside bases. And that would be a pretty big deal, because he's struggling heavily when it comes to those minerals. Even the gas bank has lowered significantly. Yeah, this feels difficult right now. Archons and High Templars are going to begin to move through the left-hand side. A couple of Tempers even starting back up as well. He cancels those, decides to put his money elsewhere. Looks like he's going to start a Nexus on the far left, so that's what he wants to put some minerals into. There's actually going to be Corruptors here that can force an instant cancel on that with the Caustic Spray. That's the one thing the Corruptors can really do right now. Should just be a cancel as the Archons step up and force them back. One Lurker does start to morph in, so Shin realizing what he maybe needs to still have something of a competitive army right now.
But I do think there's a couple of Tempest building. It's weird though, right? Like, you want to build Tempest, there's still a lot of Corruptors up. Like, they're good, they're very good. But your opponent has an answer. Like, you're giving these Corruptors a usage, no?
Yeah, I really think that just going for pure ground, Archon, Immortal, Templar is better. ShoWTimE might be confused as to what his eco situation is compared to his opponent. He knows he's outmining his opponent, so he doesn't really want to force anything. And I mean, SHIN should also realize that he's running out of time. Like, he does not have much time left here. It's now or never. He's going to send a lot of these spores in forward as well. What do we have defensively? We have 2 Lurkers, 2 Brutes. I mean, against 9 Archons, I don't think this is enough damage output, Wardy.
No, I think the Archons can just step through, right? They don't get kept back by enough right now. So, kind of with you. The spores are stepping across. They're going to get some creep to set up with as we try and contest this left-hand side. SHIN is expanding to the right as well. He will try and retake that base, which we've talked so much about contending over. As the couple lurkers burr up, the one stalker here is going to see the news. And we're going to realize what is up as ShoWTimE is army nearby. He's about 20 army supply ahead. He has been producing much more nicely, but he's also out of gas now. Remember, he had that massive gas bank? That has been spent, so there's no more kind of like Hail Mary, like, oh, I'm just going to actually stop and go back to my gas bank as my backup plan. Like, it's not there anymore. This is what he's got to work with to the end of the game. But SHIN just sees how much there is. He just says, no way. GG. Yep. ShoWTimE takes game number 2.
Wow, what a game, Wardy.
What?
I guess this guy knows more about why my posture is worse. I can notice it with the microphone the most, like, because I have to lean forward in order to speak into it. Otherwise,
Can't you pull the
is actually
microphone
quite
further
good.
out? You don't have to lean.
Well, the problem is I want to. Then I have to speak louder, right?
Well, not if you just pull the microphone towards you, no?
Okay, but then it's right in front of my face, and
And
it's
then you can't
annoying
see
as hell.
anything. Yeah.
And also, I want to move a little bit, you know. So then I'm constantly. So if it's too close, then like I feel forced into just being stuck, and it feels super weird. I don't like the way that feels.
Yeah, it's tough.
So I think the best solution is just using your microphone, because the people, they don't care. The people's ears don't function really. I mean, a lot of TV shows, they use crap microphones as well. You know, they use freaking clip-ons. It's like
Yeah.
€60 clip-ons.
Yeah, well,
I
because
don't know why streamers are so obsessed with having like perfect studio quality audio.
literally like 99% of people, I think 99% of people don't even have headphones good enough that could actually tell the difference anyway. And then the other 1%, like there's like 50% of the 1% don't even care as well.
Yeah, you know what's the problem? Is that the people that dislike it, they're so freaking vocal, like these audio nerds.
Yeah.
I think there's no type of person that I dislike more than the audio nerd. Except for Uppetry, he gets a pass.
Yeah, but he's more than just an audio nerd.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's also a sponsor of the WardiTV Monday.
Really?
Yeah, he lost so much to me in poker last Home Story Cup. Not the most recent one, but the one before. He sponsored a couple of these, so he's a legacy sponsor.
He's a legacy sponsor. I like that.
Yeah. He doesn't realize he sponsored it. Well, I told him. He wasn't too impressed to hear about it. But a legacy sponsor.
Love to see it.
Every now and then you should
Alright.
pop in his chat and just say thanks for sponsoring the Mondays, you know?
You should do that. Enough with the jokes. We're actually having a high-level PvZ right now
We are.
on Ultra Love. Wardy, what are your thoughts on this map?
This map, great for the 8 racks. Unfortunately, that does not apply to this matchup. I actually don't know.
It's true.
I wasn't wrong. But I don't know, actually, for this map. I feel like we see Glaives a lot on this map, no? Like people like...
Glaives a lot, and we also see a lot of roach all-ins on this map. I feel like both teams, you know, they love just all-inning on this map because it's so short. They're like, and they think they're so freaking original when they do it. Like, yeah, short map, let me do Glaives, you know?
Yeah.
Like every Protoss in the world does Glaives. And then the Zergs have the same. It's like, oh, short map, let me do Roach Queen, heh. And then the other guys are already like mentally so prepared for it, you know? This should be one of my lower win rates map, but it's actually a higher win rate map because I just anticipate what the other person is gonna do rather than just blindly playing my build. This is an elite move.
Yep. Elite move. Smart. So is that all you've got for it as well? Like, people just do play aggressively here?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it's a short map, and
I don't think it really plays well to play super long on either, right? Like, the bases start getting very far apart, so...
yeah, but it has to be good for someone, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Not everyone can say it's bad, you know, in late game. A map can be bad in late game. It's bad in late game for a race, you know? I don't think I've ever seen a late game on this map, though, now that you mention it.
Probably have, just
Like-
very forgettable.
In PvZ?
Mm,
I don't think so.
yeah, maybe not. See a lot of attacks that I feel like we always see like Hydras getting blocked by the rocks getting knocked down, and they have to like walk over to the left before they can attack into the natural or something, or third base instead.
Yeah. That is interesting. Okay, what else do we have? Nexus coming down. Love to see it. Oracle on the way. Love to see it too. 4 Adept. Where are they? Oh, here we go. 3 in the natural, or 3 in the third, 1 in the natural. Dude, ShoWTimE's so active with his oracles. Let's see if we can get some damage done though. Just being active isn't good enough. This isn't personal health. Like, your Fitbit isn't going to congratulate you for just doing 10,000 steps here, buddy. You need to get some kills. Imagine your Apple Watch wouldn't congratulate you unless you get a kill.
Congratulations.
Wild.
You hit 10,000 steps today, but to close that ring, you need to kill somebody off.
You need to kill somebody, yeah? So what? Steve Jobs. So who's the guy in charge now, actually? Steve Jobs hasn't been around.
I have no idea. I don't follow any of this. My world really is very StarCraft focused. I don't know.
You know who's
people.
in charge of Blizzard then?
Nope.
Oh, yeah.
That's also very, like I say, I'm very StarCraft focused.
Okay, who's in charge of StarCraft? Right.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. What do you have over here? A little bit of a shade in. He could cancel, but he's gonna finish. Yeah. I think it's very scared to cancel there. If there's like 15 more links, I'm not even sure. Like, if you have oracles nearby, then I don't think the links want to commit. Now you gotta run all the way back in, though. That sucks. I think the shade should have just been less far back. That probably would have been the best solution. Queen should die here. I think ShoWTimE's gonna try for it. Gets a cancel. Ooh, I like this a lot. We have roaches on the way already here for SHIN. ShoWTimE's going to see that. He's going to be quite surprised by it. Queen's pushing these oracles back. This is a pretty neat defense out of SHIN, honestly. I like this. 15 drones.
Wow.
Which base is he saturating?
He's double saturating. I guess he's gonna get all those gases and build some structures. I don't know, man. He's gonna have 75 workers on a setup you need 66 for. A little extreme.
It is ridiculously extreme. It's crazy.
He's gonna do mild oversaturation, so he actually has better economy. We just don't usually appreciate it. How about that?
How about that? Oh, okay. This is gonna be the SHIN classic. We've seen this a lot. The Roach Hydra all-in. He's a big fan of this. He'll go for Roach Ravager Hydra. And he maxes out and he freaking goes. He plays this off any drone count as well. It seems like he doesn't actually have a drone count he prefers. He just likes doing it. He's adding in an infestation pit, which I would call out as a fake, but I don't think it is a fake. So this is confusing now for me.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't just all in as ShoWTimE pushes in aggressively. Hydra's not out yet, so it's just roaches versus stalkers. We have a couple of stasis wards to fall back to as well, so ShoWTimE is very safe and comfortable to keep pushing in a little bit here. But he's making great progress. The roaches are hurting. I mean, another queen showing up. ShoWTimE has blinks available once again on the stalkers. We really need these hydras for the extra DPS. The queen's on the left side exposed, though. They will go down next. Finally, the hydras are here for some better damage output, but if they're just on their own and extra stalkers are showing up, SHIN might still be in some trouble. The stasis catches the hydras as well, so of all the things for SHIN to walk into, that stasis is going to be rough. We see ShoWTimE a little bit more aggressively moving forward now. There's drones pulled in on the left-hand side. Oracles are killing an extractor. That's not how it's meant to be. They need to go onto that queen, which they do manage to get to in the end. 15 dead drones. We have a stasis still sat here waiting to be used, and ShoWTimE having a few more stalkers finishing up. Stasis doesn't do much, just one zergling, as SHIN does deal with that well at least. And ShoWTimE, good damage, but was it enough? Can SHIN build out of this? I mean, ShoWTimE's going to get to Storm, and SHIN has to rebuild an economy, no?
Yeah. Well, does he have to rebuild an economy? He could also hold down the Road Hydra button.
And just
I
go.
feel like going for a hive right now would be a crazy move, no?
I feel like if you go hive, you die before you get anything off the hive, no?
Yeah, like your first lurker is going to be out like 12 minutes into the game. The other guy's going to be flying in with a mothership and 8 Tempest. And you have 2 lurkers without seismic. He's going to go naked lurker. No, Hive. Okay.
That's gonna be
Wow.
if ShoWTimE has a bit of confidence off of this previous attack and just comes with like Storm Stalker charge, like, this feels terrifying for Shin. Like he's gonna have nothing for the next minute and a half. And even when he gets like a couple lurkers up, them being unupgraded really sucks as well. So then ShoWTimE, you know, he has time to build up. There's not gonna be like a good lurker attack for a while. ShoWTimE should be loving this for now.
You know what this is like? You know, in movies when you're hiding, like they're trying to look for something in someone's office, you know, and then the guy comes back, so they have to hide under the desk in the office.
Yeah.
It feels like that's what Shin is doing, you know? He's like hiding under the desk, hoping that ShoWTimE doesn't look under the desk. Except ShoWTimE has a, you know, before he went into his office, someone handed him a note that said, look under the desk. And Shin is just sitting there like a duck, like a sitting duck. That's what he is.
He is the sitting duck.
He's the only one right now. There's a wild blink forward. Templar actually kind of exposed right now. Good control on those Hydras. Gonna snipe one, gonna snipe a second one. Roaches kiting back. This was not a great fight for Shin, but it probably was good enough to somewhat survive.
Yeah, he gets some lurkers in position now. ShoWTimE well on his way to the second star, getting Fleet Beacon though, so he is prepping for this. He didn't need to do a lot with this attack, but it was daring. Like, he blinked in, he left the High Templars off to the left. He looked to jump on an opportunity, but by jumping, he kind of gave up the real strength of his army. So, a little bit rough right there. As, like I say, now we're going to have lurkers on the map. That's still a long way from being okay for Shin, though, because he's got basically no creep spread. A 5th base team is pretty tough right now, and his opponent is building a hard counter to the units that he's going to rely on to try and keep him in the game.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's still 4 base versus 4 base. This is generally considered terrible. There's going to be a single push here. That's what it is, right? We're going to have a single push, and that push is about to hit. ShoWTimE is blissfully unaware of this. As his Prism hits the other side of the map, it's going to get like a bit of a Zealot Warp in, perhaps. 2 Tempests are out right now. Do we have an Oracle? Without an Oracle, this could actually be an issue, because just one Observer, that is not great for detection.
No, he is getting another Obs in production, so we'll be seeing the attempted defense. I mean, the problem right now is just that this Natural's getting broken into. None of the units are there. He needs to break through the low ground so he can get back towards his Natural. ShoWTimE's in some trouble as Shin chases on through. High Templars in the main drop, 1 Storm. Can he just morph them into an Archon? He got another Storm off, but they start to die. Stalker's coming up to the high ground too, but man, this is just taking forever to clean up.
Yeah, a serious issue here is that there's no units that are shooting up. There are 10 Hydras on the map, but they're not really in this attack. Even if ShoWTimE were to lose this base, if you clear everything else, you're going to be just fine. I don't even think this base is going to die. Lurker count isn't necessarily great either. We now have 4 Tempests out on the map, and these Hydras are taking a freaking beating as we speak. Roach is trying to right-click this Nexus. The Nexus is going to fall, but Shin didn't take a 5th behind. This is trying to tech into a Spire as he wants Corruptors to deal with this. If he can get 15 Corruptors out, magically, maybe there's a way. But he doesn't have the money for it, and the Spire isn't done yet either. So there's a couple of issues here with this plan.
I mean, it was a pretty committed shove from Shin, right? Like, it was later mid-tier tech, right? Like, yes, you can have the Spire finishing now, but your money's already been spent. So like you say, you know, you can't actually add on the ants that you now need. So you're going to be a little bit stuck there just in general. And, it's going to keep you in a pretty rough position as Zealots, Archons, Tempests continue to just press on through Hydras and the Lurkers gathering up. Plus for attack, we'll be finishing very shortly as we do have a little bit of a Hydra dive forward there. The Zealots turn around, they're going to jump in. It's going to be seeing a couple more Lurkers firing back. The High Templars with the Storms available will look to get involved too as the Tempest's going to engage one more time. And we are going to just storm through once again right there.
Big Ling run by now,
nice.
Getting into the Natural as well as the main base. These Lings don't have upgrades though, do they? No. But they have speed, I guess, which is theoretically an upgrade, but doesn't really help them getting probes.
Well, it does help because they can get on them more fast quickly, but still
true.
Get what you mean.
Yeah, but it's... Okay.
Yeah.
Very true.
Just
completely
like
correct, Wardy.
Yeah, just like to be pedantic with you specifically.
That's fine. So you're going to get 6 Corruptors extra out. We already have 5. There's not that much anti-air in this army. You know, we were joking around that if he gets 15 Corruptors, then maybe, but he actually is managing to kind of get those Corruptors out. And if he can jump this army, it's still not looking great, but maybe there's a future.
It gives you more of a chance at least, right? At least you've actually got something that can fight. And you get rid of the Tempest, the Lurkers can carry you as well. We've seen many a fight where Lurkers have been the big MVPs, so definitely don't count those guys out at all. There's 5 more Corruptors coming up. We Robo facility coming through. Temple is building. We just see the little army moving between the bases for a couple more moments there. We do have Zealots joined up underneath those Tempests now also, as we move across through the middle.
Yeah, SHIN honestly doing a good job stabilizing, or at least, I'm not sure if he's stable yet, but, you know, pretending to be stable. I think that in and by itself is very, very impressive after how this early start of the mid game went.
I'm with you. See the units gathering up. I mean, ShoWTimE is obviously maxed and just wants to figure out what sort of fight he wants to take or how aggressively he wants to place himself on the map. He's just kind of taking bases, right? He's taking another base off to this right side, and SHIN. The SHIN is still just kind of, I mean, SHIN's not even really adding upgrades on as well, right? The Corruptors have no upgrades. Like, he's not rich enough to have the luxury of making these units good as well as just getting units out. So he's just going for kind of sheer, kind of brute force power and numbers. Let's see if it'll be good enough. He did see some of these stasis wards coming into place, so you should be able to set them off preemptively. But there's a lot of units on ShoWTimE on the left side as well, and I'm not sure there's going to be a lot to deal with that. As SHIN trying to get in position here. Preemptive storms and a time warp to slow this down. Let some of the stack defense do their thing and give you even more time to work on that left-hand side as well. As now these lurkers get set up. I mean, the Corruptors, don't get me wrong, are looking great. We're going to pop ourselves up the cloaking. Storms all over. It's a little bit of a messy scenario. We're still storming up the Corruptors right now as the Templars try and hold their own, and these lurkers will get to sit in position. Storming some of the lurkers too, but High Templar's going down as well. I mean, don't get me wrong, you wipe this out as SHIN, but then ShoWTimE has a massive army across the map that you're not doing anything about currently. I mean, ShoWTime's losing the base.
And you're killing a fifth base while you're losing your own fifth, you're losing your own fourth. 36 workers down the drain. ShoWTimE, all he really needs is any amount of Tempest right now. We have 7 Corruptors on the map. 2 of them are extremely damaged, and this army can just come back, flank the lurkers, and probably be fine as well. I'd love to see an Oracle for Revelation. We're getting that Oracle indeed, because just relying on pure observers can be tricky. As Stalker's now taking out some of these Corruptors.
Yeah,
Observer is going to get cleared.
Oh, he saved it. And actually lost a bunch of Corruptors and trying to get that Observer as well, so it's actually worked out for ShoWTimE. SHIN is going to bring more units across the bottom right, so he is reinforcing in the next few moments, but there's the Revelation, so now you've got the vision you need, although these new lurkers show up. Do we have an Observer here? Yes, we do, so he's actually going to catch all those reinforcing units already, and now he can absolutely collapse in on this army, and ShoWTimE comes to clean up. Lurkers going down, the Zealots charging in, storms are beautiful. The Corruptors have no job in this game anymore, and that is a full ground wipe. Don't get me wrong, it was expensive for ShoWTimE. He's sub 100 supply himself, but SHIN is even worse for wear.
Wow. GG gets called. ShoWTimE is going to win the series.
What a great series, actually.